What's up, everybody? Jack Farr here on behalf of Box to Box Football. We're coming off the back, yesterday, off the back of a 3-1 Real Madrid win against Liverpool. Kind of a catastrophic error for a young 22-year-old face of FIFA 21 in the UK, Trent Alexander-Arnold, with his kind of diving header that was supposed to go back to Alisson, who is rocking a horrible-looking mustache these days. But what we wanted to talk about is what's going on with Trent right now. Left out of the England squad, not great performances this year. I don't know if Trent's going to make it back into the England squad with performances like this, with Gareth Southgate and his trust over the likes of maybe a Kyle Walker, a Kieran Trippier, names like these. So, James, what I wanted to ask you right now is, what's going on with Trent Alexander-Arnold? Is this kind of dip in form gonna like continue? Is this the status quo now, or is he just in a funk he's gonna get out
of? I think we see the importance of a player like Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez, but mainly Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk's just overall leadership in like Liverpool's back line. Now with Virgil van Dijk not being there, he didn't have that leadership, and you really get to see what type of player is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Because when Virgil van Dijk is there, Trent can go and Van Dijk will say, oh, Henderson, cover. Or Trent is, let's say, one-on-one, and then he can just get a bit of guidance. Oh, send him like down the line. Now with not that bit of guidance with him, he's told to face up to defenders and actually defend. You realize that. 1 second. Like, you realize that defensively, everyone has said it before, he's not good enough. And like, the fact of the matter is, I hear a lot of people saying that, oh, let's not talk about what they're not good at, let's focus on what they're good at. I'm like, no, you can't do that. You can do it, let's say, if he's a midfielder, or if he's a wide player, he's a winger and he's not great defending. That's all right, because he's a winger. If he's a center midfielder, let's say at number 10, and he's not great defending, that's all right. But you're a fullback. The first thing you must do as a fullback is to defend. And if you can't defend well, you will be in big trouble against the best. And people talk about Gareth Southgate not picking him, and I can see the whole English media like having this big strap. Oh, how can you not pick him? He's the best. He's the best going forward. Yeah, we don't doubt that. But going backwards is also going to be a problem, because England are not going to be on the front foot all the time.
No.
Do you think you're going to be on the front foot against Belgium?
No, exactly.
You're going to be on the front foot against France?
No, dominated.
Portugal?
No, dominated.
you got to ask questions somehow, and just like it just seems to Trent Alexander-Arnold that he doesn't want to defend. He's never been really told to defend, and now he's been asked the question, and is he up to it?
I think I can't remember. I think it was Bobby Moore, the quote of, what is it? Football's a very simple game, or like, we just need to score more goals than the opposition. And I think Trent's always had these frailties, always. But you go to the end of all these big games in the Premier League and you go, man, Trent let people run by him a whole lot, but he got 2 assists and a goal from right wing back. And you kind of go, oh, okay, like, fair. I guess we can let him off because he's contributed to 3 goals and he's just let up 3 chances, none of which the opposition team scored. Problem we're seeing now, and I've got his Who Scored page up here with his latest matches up until the 13th of February, the Leicester game, which they lost 3-1. Guys, 2 man of the match performances, 1 assist. Man of the match performance against Arsenal, the 3-0 victory over the last weekend, and a 2-0 victory over Sheffield United. Guys, this is not the Trent Alexander-Arnold of old. I'd be seeing this list littered with goals and assists, which make up for these defensive errors. Because if you're a player who thrives on goals and assists and you're not providing those, and you play the fullback position, like James just said, people are going to go, hang on a minute, bud, where are your goals and assists? We can look at, like, a great comp for me, because they're just polar opposites, is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, right? Because you could say, hey, don't rate your goal contribution and assist. I think he's two goals, 3 assists this year, which actually isn't too bad. But you then look at some of his defensive stats and you see that he's number 1 in nearly every category amongst defenders. And you go, you're a fullback, you're a defender, and you've got those good defending stats. Fine. My point is, and I've gone a long way around to even say it, those goals and assists that Trent has previously had have papered over the kind of cracks, paved over the cracks of his defensive ineffectiveness. And without those now, we're seeing a player who really bit average in terms of contribution.
Jack, but my thing with just Trent and thing about it is the defending part of it is that with defending, it's just sometimes just gotta want to defend.
Right.
And I think Jamie Carragher pointed out, and Ashley Cole made a great tweet about it. When defending is an art, but it's also something like very simple. And like me being a coach, I talk about this all the time. It's like slow down, sit down, shut down, where like you approach a defender, you slow down, you shut down, get low, and also move you in, and also get like in a low and tiger position, and then and then you're able to like move your feet about, let's say if the attacker just switch to go onto the left, and like you're defending from the right, you're able to turn quickly. And looking at his foot power and as a from a defending point of view, it's just a guy that just doesn't seem to take it not that seriously, and that's something that to me can be worked at, because defending isn't something that, oh, if you're not good at it now, you're never going to be good at it. Right. It just takes just getting on the training ground and just taking it a bit seriously, and he can get better at it. Because I look at defenders like, for instance, I'm going to mention Dani Alves. Yeah, Dani Alves was always known for his attacking ability going forward. Oh, Dani Alves, look at what he look at what he did with Messi. But Dani Alves going back was also good. But people don't seem to understand that Dani Alves had to defend against Cristiano Ronaldo at his absolute
for the best part of the decade.
The best part of his career. Right. And I'm sorry, but he dealt with Ronaldo very well. He was one of Ronaldo's toughest opponents. And like, we always look at Dani Alves from the point of view of him just being this attacker threat. No, Dani Alves can actually defend. Yeah, you know, and that's something that Trent, if you're gonna play in that position, he's gonna learn how just to defend well, because especially when Liverpool are gonna be going for the Champions League, you're not gonna go against some average wingers. You're gonna have your Mbappes, your Neymars, your Messis to defend for the rest of his career, and that's something that he's just gonna learn. He needs to learn how to do.
But James, I think one thing I'd say for somebody like Trent too, and I don't know if you're going to agree with this or not, I don't need to see big tackle stats or big interception stats. I just don't want to see dribbled past stats or balls lost kind of stats, because the thing is, you can square somebody up and get to that tiger position. It's very clear you coach kids, by the way, with tiger position.
No. Listen, I do both, but you know,
have fun with the kid. Yeah, but like, when you get side on and you're trying to direct the body to where you want them to go, right, and do all this stuff, the attacker's then going to go, damn, this guy knows what he's doing. I'm not going to try anything because I'm going to get tackled. And then maybe they play out, especially from the wider positions. You've basically done your job there. You don't need to make that tackle. You don't need to, make that interception, win that aerial duel. You just need to not be beaten, because the rest of your tactical setup is going to cater for that. If the goalkeeper's good in his area, if the centre-backs are good at winning headers, whatever, making blocks, midfielders are working hard. And I think the problem right now, like you said, Jamie Carragher on CBS, I believe that was the coverage in the States. Please go check that out, guys. He does this really brilliant thing where, I think it's Alex Scott, isn't it? He has kind of fun with her, where he talks about his best position and then goes to his worst position and how to beat the defender. And I think the problem with Trent is he is letting those negative stats come into the game, and then he's not got the positive stats to then go, oh, well, I also give you this. I give you these goals. I give you these crosses. I give you these assists. So it's not going well for him. James, any kind of final thoughts before we finish up?
But not to like just throw some negativeness at the guy, but listen, we seen some brilliantness from him in the game. I think there was one pass, like he was near the halfway line on the volley. He just hit like a outside of the foot volley into Jota, pinpoint to his head, like a 60-yard ball. And listen, Trent's right foot is like a wand. Like, generally, his crossing ability is David Beckham-esque. His ability to score from outside the box and, his passing, it is insane.
And the Champions League final, the corner, it shows you as well. He's quick thinking. He's a smart kid. You can see he's a wonderful football player. Right. I generally don't doubt his footballing ability. Like, to me, he is a David Beckham who plays a fullback. Right. He's just a good, natural, technical football player. But it's the other side to the game that just needs to improve. If he, let's say, decides, okay, I think I'm going to maybe play as a winger now, or maybe go into midfield, maybe that might be something for him. But long term, you're going to play fullback. Like, you can't not defend as a fullback because you're going to get exposed. Right or wrong decision for you, Gareth Southgate leaving him out of the England squad for the qualifiers?
I think it was the right decision.
Okay.
Because I feel like now he knows that he can't do it. I don't think I feel like if he would have did it for the actual main decision, he would have been killed. But now he realizes, okay, no matter what, I need to take this guy because there's certain things that you can live and die by. But you know that as soon as something goes wrong for Gareth Southgate, that's going to be the first thing that someone pointed to. Look, he didn't take Trent. And it's going to, every moment that goes on, it's just going to be just more and more and more and more.
But James, let me ask you, so he's not playing so well at the moment, right? And he's been left out of the squad. If he continues to not play well or even gets worse, do you think he doesn't get picked for the Euros?
I feel like the public pressure of it is what is going to take him to the Euros. Now, listen, he should go to the Euros, but I just feel like Gareth now realizes that I don't think I can leave him out.
Final thing. I don't know how long I don't think we've been going for kind of any longer than maybe 12 or so minutes. So my final thing. I'm editing this anyway. So my final thing. What do you think about if Liverpool played a 5? Would we see a different Trent at wing back? Is it because they play a 4 that he's being found out like this? Like if they played a 5, would we be having this discussion?
Maybe England playing a 3 could help him, but you still have to defend as a 3. He's still
but as a back, not as a centre back.
No, but he still has to defend in a certain way. Fullbacks, I'll play that position at a time. You can still get doubled up at a time. You can be defending against the winger. The fullback comes and you're not sure. Let's say if you're not sure what to do in a situation, is your is your winger gonna help you out, or is your centre back gonna help you out? There's certain things that that goes into playing 3. He's still gonna have to defend. The question is for Gareth Southgate is that does he want the headache of not taking it? Because I think deep down he prefers what he knows already, and he knows Kieran Trippier. He knows Kyle Walker. He prefers, I think he prefers them guys, but I don't think he's ready for the backlash of him not taking Trent Alexander-Arnold. If you get what I mean.
Guys at home, let us know what you think. We had an assist and a man of the match performance against Arsenal in the Premier League at the weekend, and then midweek against Real Madrid, we had an assist for the other team to score a goal and a really poor performance. What's going on with Trent right now? We're not seeing what he did last season. Is he going to go to the Euros? Should Gareth Southgate have picked him for the qualifiers? Let us know what you think in the comment section. Please drop a like. Obviously, please subscribe as well. Hit that bell to know that when we do post a video. Until next time,